Welcome and congratulations for being nominated as the Secretary of your particular PCAWA committee. So it's an important role and one that I know can save a lot of time when it comes to running meetings. So I wanted to take this opportunity to do some training with you regarding your meeting minutes and your agenda and how to actually manage this Office 365 cloud-based tool that we have. So we've already done one training on how to actually access things to log in, but if we just start, I'll just move this out of the way, we start from the main screen. So you've already logged on and you know how to do that. So the expectation of the secretary would be to come 10 minutes before the meeting starts and to set everything up so you're all ready to go. Being volunteers, everybody's time is obviously very precious, and I know a lot of the time the first half an hour is weighted trying to get things up and running and sorted that way. So look, good idea to get in there, make sure it's all switched on, the computer's up, you're logged into Office 365 and you have the documents open, ready to go. So what we're going to do, we're in the main home screen here of 365 once you have logged in to your account, and you're going to go to the OneDrive. The OneDrive is where all the documents are kept and stored, and you're going to find your agenda here. Now, normally the office may have started a new bucket for you and put the agenda in, but with some committees, really what the intention is you would go in here about a week before the meeting, you would open up the committee meeting bucket, and you would create a new bucket here for your next meeting. So as you can see, the date is put backwards, and then the month, and then the day. And what that does is put it all in order, and then we might just say the October meeting or March meeting or whatnot. So everything is in order. Now you have an agenda template here to work from. And as the committee, you know, there's 6+ people in your committee, and it is for you guys to determine what it is you are going to talk about at the next meeting, and that is normally put together by the secretary and then sent out, or an email sent out asking what needs to go onto that agenda. Obviously, the office can help in this department. It depends on the committee, but nowadays most committees are creating their agenda and then they'll send it to the office to input anything that they need raised at the committee meeting. And then the office will print up and make sure that that agenda is available for everyone as a hard copy on the in the actual meeting room. Now, bearing in mind a lot of people call into these meetings, they are in more remote places, so it's important for this agenda to be done a week before, and information or agenda items gathered, finalised, and then sent out at least a couple of days before the actual meeting. So if we click in here and go agenda meeting, what we want to do is go in here. Now, actually, before we do this, you've got the agenda template. Now, I'm just going to, it keeps coming down. Click it there. Okay, so what you actually want to do is create a copy of this one. So I'll just actually close that down. So you can create a copy. So copy to, and then you can go copy to your OneDrive. And it brings up the files that you already have in here. So we're going to go committee meeting, and you've already created a new bucket, so it might be further down here. Now I haven't created a new bucket, so I'm going to put another one in this agenda. So we're going to go agenda, and we're going to put it in the same bucket, but obviously you'd just be able to choose whichever bucket you wanted to put it into. If you want to create a new bucket there and then you can also do that now, so you don't have to do that step before. So copy here, and there's the copy. So we might right click again, we rename it, and we go meeting agenda for May 2017, and you would put it in the correct bucket. So I'm just making things up here, but you get the drift of right click, copy link, and then right click, change or rename document. So you click save, and that will be the new one that we're working towards, and everyone can be sent that particular one. So when you open that one and you're working on it, you have two options. You can work on it, what's the name? Let's have a look. Okay, so you can work on it online, so it saves automatically online in the cloud, or you can see here you've got edit document, or you can edit in Word, and that will actually download it onto your computer. Sometimes that doesn't work so well if you haven't got it all set up on your home computer. So if you're going to edit in Word, what I recommend is just going to these three dots and saying download. And what that will do is it will actually download it to a little icon down here. So I'll click that, and it will download it down here, meeting agenda, and you can open it up on your home computer there. Okay, so that's sometimes the easier option, especially when you're in the meeting, and we all know that the internet is nice and slow out here in the valley. But today I want to show you how to actually edit something in the browser. So you edit in, like, so you're online and you're working online. If the internet connection is good, this is a great way to do it, because then you don't have to download and then upload again. So it just saves another 2 steps. So here it's a very basic format. It's still thinking. So you would click in here as to who is present and whose apologies, and then you've got the different headings. Now the aim here is to keep the agenda exactly the same as the meeting minutes. So at the moment we're a week ahead of the meeting. We've opened up the agenda and we're creating the agenda. So the agenda are just the points as to what will be raised. So we might type in whatever it is that you might want to type in. So the qualifiers, you know, find or confirm location. And then that's going to be action by, say, Angela. And when is it going to be action by? Oops. So end of month. So again, everyone's got their action items. Now, if you want to add another row, you just click to the side here. No, it might not work online, but if you highlight, this is the other option. If you highlight this, then it says insert, and insert above or below. So you can go below. And it gives you another line. So you just go 2.2. So every topic point should have a point next to it. So when you're referring to things over the phone and when people are dialing in, it makes it a lot easier when you go, okay, you know, we've lost track, we've got off track, now we can go back to 2.2 on the agenda. So that's why it's important to do it that way. So if you are have downloaded your meeting minutes and in the normal Word document, you can just click on the side there and click enter, and that will also give you another line. So basically you would fill that out and then send it out to everyone. So it's already saved. So meeting agenda May 17 has already been saved. So you don't need to do anything there. So now you ask yourself, okay, how do I send that out to everybody? What you can do is you can go here and you can go to mail. So here is the little cubic thing. We want to go back to mail. We want to create a new mail and attach a document, just like if you're at home working from your Outlook there. So you go Outlook, when it finishes thinking, you click on new. Now you can put in everyone's email address. It does tend to remember things, so you don't have to type them all out again and again. You click the little attachment, the icon down here, which I'm sure you're all familiar with. So it's a little paper clip, which is commonly known as where you attach things, and when you hover over it, it does actually say attach. So it's still thinking. And then you attach a file and you send it out to everyone. So the same rule applies at the end of each meeting when you have created the meeting minutes. You can send it to everybody in the room, and that's it. Or everybody can access it on the OneDrive. But if you want to take that extra step, you're more than welcome to open this up and send it at the end of the evening so everyone's got a copy and nothing goes missing. Oh, it's still thinking, so I'm just going to click that again. Here we go. Okay, so it says, you know, where do you want to get it from? So you can actually get things from your computer from here, which is really handy. But at the moment, we're still in the OneDrive Pony Club. We want to go to Files, and it's under Committee Meetings. So I think it's the same at home, yep, where you double click. And we're going to go to Agenda Template, or wherever you have chosen to save it. That's the document we want to save. It says next, you want to attach it as a OneDrive file. Well, to be honest, most of the time I just attach it as a copy, and what that does is it just attaches it as a Word document so everyone can access it. And there it is. So that's how easy it is. And then this is just to type into, you know, Angela or whoever it may be that you're going to send it to, the subject line as normal, and then you click send. So it is that easy. Now, so that's the agenda side of things. Once you've done the agenda, you come to your meeting, and again, you want to be there a couple of minutes before to make sure you have all the documents set up. So you would come in and you would go, okay, committee meeting. You'd open the relevant bucket wherever you're at. I won't go into active writings just for confidentiality, but you would see here agenda template. It actually hasn't saved yet. So our computer's not that fast. Let's just go back one and see if it saves it again. So we'll just try that again, agenda template. No, it hasn't saved the latest one yet, but that's okay, only because the internet here is so very slow. But say we were in here and we know that we've got our agenda all done up and everyone's agreed to it. It's sent out previously. So what you're going to do is just use that same template as the meeting minutes. So you're not recreating another form. You're not retyping in all the headlines. Everything's all there ready to go. So it's exactly the same as before. You just create a copy. And we're going to call it meeting minutes. Okay, so create a copy to the OneDrive. Yep. Sorry, this is taking a little longer than usual. Okay, so committee meetings. Again, you'd put it in your relevant bucket, but for now we're just going to put it in here. You can create a new folder here, but we're keeping it simple for now. It's created, copying one item to agenda template. So we have number 1 here, so we know that's the one. So we're going to right click on it. We're going to rename and call it meeting minutes. So that there, and then the date, so May 17 again. So that there saves a whole lot of effort and time of you creating yet another template and you know, re-entering in all those subject lines or agenda items. So what you do is you go in here and you just start typing in the discussions. Now the discussions that are in here, obviously we put in one before. You would just keep adding to those and capturing and add a new line where need be, which we went through before, so I won't go through it all again. But you add a new line to put a new agenda item in, and then by the end of it, you can put in other items if there are any, and so everything is captured in here. It's already saved on the OneDrive. So once again, very, very quickly, you go into your edit mode, edit in Word or edit in browser. Try and stay online if the internet connection is good, and that way you don't have to download, upload, and all the extra steps that go with it. So you've got everything here. You scroll down, stop thinking. You can edit it all in here. This becomes your meeting minutes, and that's it. So what I will do, here we go. Now, what you can do is, if the internet is slow and it's just taking too long and it's not keeping up with the conversation and you're in here and you're working, this little button here is Edit in Word. So whatever changes you have made here, you can actually click on this and it will open it up in Word, okay? So you can do it that way as well. Okay, but alternatively, oh, what's it doing now? Here we go. No, it's just thinking it's just the internet. So that is basically it. And again, once you're in here and the meeting has closed and you've entered in all your meeting minutes, they're done, they're finished. So you would then go up to your, can you hear if it stopped thinking? Okay, so you then go to your little icon here, your little cubic icon. You would go into your mail at the end of the evening and you would attach that document once again to an email and send it out to everybody. So you're really eliminating so many steps of downloading, uploading, waiting till the next day for someone in the office to take it off the thumb drive, upload it into the OneDrive, you know, and all these extra steps for them to send it out and so forth. So it can all be done very efficiently, and that's what this training is all about, is just to show you the how. So again, just very quickly to rehash on that one, you click New up the top here and hopefully have better internet connection at home, and then you attach the attachment through that little thing there. Now again, if you have any problems whatsoever with how to do this, or if you want some training one-on-one, just ring the office. We can actually help you out in any way possible. And if your internet connection is slow at home and when you're in the meeting, then we do have the thumb drive at the meeting that is usually plugged in, and you can download it on there. Make sure you save the meeting minutes on there and just leave us a little note, and we will make sure that we send this out to everybody and it is saved on the OneDrive for future reference. But please instruct us to do that if you haven't already. Please don't save it on the desktop of the computer that you're using, because that gets cleared out a lot of the time, and it does, those meeting minutes do get lost. So save it on the OneDrive and we will do our best and absolutely send it out to everybody if you haven't already done so, but just let us know. Okay, so I think that's about it. Again, the internet's a little bit slow, but we've gone through how to actually create an agenda item, send it out to your fellow committee members, to have it all updated, to send it out to them a couple of days prior. Then when you've got a meeting, come in a little bit earlier, you open all the documents and copy the agenda and rename it to be a meeting minutes document, and then you can start typing in there. If you have any problems, you can download it onto Word and save it on the thumb drive, and you are pretty much done. So the office is happy to help in any which way possible, but hopefully you're getting a little bit more familiar with this Outlook. Once again, so happy for you to come into the office and we can go through training, or we can set up a Zoom training session online and actually walk you through it. So that's what this is up here at Zoom, and I can actually invite you to this and train with you one-on-one if that is what you would like as well. So don't hesitate to ask. All right, thank you, good luck, and until the next training, take care.